All right. Welcome, everybody.
Yes, to episode 2
Yes.
of Shut Up and Take My Money.
This is part 2.
Part 2.
Yes. That just sounds better, you know?
Yeah. I'm Mike.
I'm Zach. And all right, so we're gonna launch right into it here with our news segment. Mike, you want to take care of our news segment?
Yeah, there was some news announced the other day that Marvel will be doing a crossover event with the manga for Attack on Titan.
Yeah.
The
Comic fans and anime fans unite.
will take place in the next issue of the Japanese pop culture magazine Brutus, due out in Japan on November 15th. So later this month, and we should expect legal copies in the States probably about 5 minutes after.
Yeah.
And legal maybe a month or two. Probably just in time for Christmas.
Yeah. Just
But-
in time to fill those stockings.
It is in the vein of Marvel's What If series, which featured things such as what if the alien symbiote chose the Punisher instead of Spider-Man, or
Yeah. All kinds of kooky stuff in those what ifs.
yeah, anything like that. And basically, it's going to be the Avengers against a couple of Titans in New York. Looks to be batshit insane, and I'm totally on board for this.
Right on. Well, I don't have much interest myself, but it does sound like an interesting concept. I'll give it that. But I just don't really know much about Attack on Titan, and I don't read that many Marvel comics outside of Superior Foes of Spider-Man. So, I might check it out for shits and giggles, at least the first issue, see what's up.
Yeah.
I don't know how long this is going to go on exactly, issue-wise.
I don't know.
If it's a one-shot thing or a mini-series or anything like that. But hopefully we'll get some more news on it soon, because it does sound interesting. So
Yeah.
I'd like to see where that goes.
Yeah, I'd like to know how long it's going to be. It might be a short thing. I don't know. We'll find out.
Well, in news more related to things I enjoy, we also got the release date for Batman Arkham Knight, which I'm super excited about. Huge stiffy, thinking about it right now.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, there's a definite rise in my Levi's. I'm wearing shorts, but you get the idea.
It's true. He's knocking on the other side of the counter here.
Yeah, that noise that you hear, that's my wiener hitting the countertop. But Arkham Knight will now be out on June 2nd of next year. So, I was expecting to get it at the end of this year, but,
Yeah, well,
red tape and corporate and government and Obama and all that,
thanks, Obama.
It's a
Delaying
lot.
Arkham Knight.
You bastard.
No, I really mean it. Thanks. It's like 2 weeks before my birthday. Thank you. Happy birthday to me.
Dicks on all of you. Dicks on all of you. But yeah, we're definitely looking forward to that. Obviously, if you watched episode 1, episode uno, not as
If you
fancy. as
haven't,
this one.
why the fuck are you watching
Yeah.
this? Go back an episode and watch episode 1. We'll wait. We'll be right here.
Yeah, and
Do it. Are you
all right,
back?
that's enough time.
Okay.
That's enough time. Wasn't that interesting, folks? Ha ha ha! Those guys crack me up.
Yeah, and turn me on.
Yeah, totally. All right, so we'll move right along into recently acquired swag.
Yep.
I guess I will start off. The biggest and best thing that I can say I've acquired fairly recently. I know we've let you all down on the one episode per month so far. If you've kept track, we're not doing well
No.
with that promise. We're gonna try and get better at it, though.
We will catch up.
Yes, we do have all the proper equipment now, and we're starting to figure things out. So I think we'll be catching up here.
We got
shortly.
a real Studio B now.
Yeah, Studio B, aka my dad's basement, because I'm a broke loser. I'm not yet 30, but I am.
On the way.
Yes, I am on the way. More
Well,
so than I'd like to be.
Well on the back 9.
I am on the back 9 of my 20s. Not exactly where I thought I'd be. But the biggest piece of swag I can say that I have Batman's autograph, bitches. You understand what I'm saying here? I've met Batman, and I have his autograph. God damn it. And it was probably the single greatest moment in my nerd career. I mean, I went to Chicago Comic-Con, this last Chicago Comic-Con, with my girlfriend. And believe it or not, I have one of those.
It's true.
Specifically for the purpose of meeting, getting a picture with, and getting an autograph from Kevin Conroy, aka Batman, from the animated series. The best Batman you could possibly ask for.
The Batman.
But honestly, super, super cool dude. Really easygoing. He's not one of the... If you ever get the chance to meet him, do it. Because he's not one of those celebrity guests that just kind of leans over the table for a picture with you. No, no, no. He got up out of his chair after autographing my copy of Arkham City, walked to the side of the table, put his arm around me, smiled, and the whole spiel while the picture was being taken. I was quite impressed. Quite impressed. So, Batman's autograph. Let's see. Next up, ba-ba-da-da. Let's Get Dangerous. Darkwing Duck on the NES. Got this off of eBay for a pretty good price, really. I think it was like 37, maybe 38 bucks after shipping, and comes with this cool custom case with artwork and everything. But inside be the real gem, my official copy of Darkwing Duck from Capcom on the NES. Basically, it's a Mega Man ripoff with Darkwing Duck instead of Mega Man. But I mean, if you're going to rip off any franchise, Mega Man's not a bad place to start.
Yeah.
As far as gameplay is concerned.
Especially if you're Capcom, the company that owns that same franchise.
Exactly. So, no worries about lawsuits and such. Which is, I imagine, pretty nice to not have to worry about lawsuits.
Oh, yeah.
Last but not least, some time ago I entered into a contest on Facebook for sharing Ryan Brown's God Hates Astronauts, and there was 3 prizes, I believe. 5 people got trade paperbacks signed and doodled upon. 5 people got hardcovers, same thing, signed and doodled, and 1 lucky bastard who I need to find and castrate got a piece of original artwork, which would have been, I'm sure, very suitable for framing and displaying in your nerd cave.
Probably.
I didn't get that. However, I did get the hardcover, which is good because I already have the trade paperback, so I was kind of glad not to get that. So, a hardcover version of God Hates Astronauts, the original stuff, not the new ongoing series, which we will be talking about.
Yes, stay tuned.
Yes. So it's not that, but this is where it all started right here. So if you're not reading God Hates Astronauts yet, despite my numerous suggestions to all of you, it's on the verge of begging at this point, but you need to go out and read it, and this is where you have to start. Okay? Find yourself a copy of this, whether it's hardcover or trade, doesn't really matter. Just get your hands on this, volume 1, go read it, and then start reading the new ongoing series, because the ongoing series picks up where this right here leaves off. So that's very important. That's all I've got to show for, so why don't you go for it?
Alright, well, I have my Loot Crate acquirements. Got an accumulation of the 2 past crates because we're a wee bit behind. It was Galactic and Fear were the 2 separate ones. Well, they included a special variant of Malcolm Reynolds from Firefly and Serenity.
I've got one too. They match.
Who was holding a shotgun instead of the pistol that his normal counterpart has. There's also a stack of money from the Serenity Universe banknotes.
Money.
Money.
That's almost enough to make it rain.
It is.
That's
10,000 wing wangs right there.
Yeah. I don't know about raining. That might be drizzling. I don't know. I don't know if that's enough to qualify as raining, but you know.
I had a very special bounty hunter drop this off to me. It's actually a new nano carbonite technology. You can fold it and not hurt the subject. So Han Solo was brought to me.
You've got Harrison Ford.
I do.
Right there.
I do. That's,
ready to go.
That fold, that was his ankle accident.
Oh man. That's what happens.
Yep.
We're on to your lies.
I'm shiesty. And for Fear, it was a little disappointing.
Yeah.
I feel like they could have done a lot better with it, with the inclusion of the minifigure from the previous month, because they do have horror figures, such as Freddy here.
Love my Freddy.
And
awesome.
Leatherface on the back.
Yeah. Got a Leatherface one right here.
So they could have done better with it, I think.
For sure.
But it wasn't terrible. The t-shirt that was included with it was a bunch of cats in the shape of a skull. So that's... I don't know. I don't really know how I feel about that. I'm indifferent. It's kind of a hit and miss.
If you like cats, that shirt was for you.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't for me. I'm a dog person. Sorry. Not sorry.
You know, we have was a sledge saw from Dead Rising 3 that is a pen.
Oh, see, even I didn't know that one yet. I hadn't really... I opened up the loot crate, got disappointed, and didn't really fiddle with too much, so I did not know that was a pen.
Yep, it sure is. And this right here is probably one of my favorite things out of this. It's a little art piece by, I don't remember who it is. We will put his name up on the screen here. It is a print of Daryl and Merle after Merle gets zombified, and the bottom says, "Oh brother," and Daryl is, exclaiming like, "Oh no, why?" And Merle's like, "Ah, your brains." So...
Poor Merle.
Yep.
Had to go and get all zombified.
Oh, and there's also this this handy book here. It's How to Survive a Sharknado and Other Unnatural Disasters. It's basically your guide to surviving a sci-fi original movie.
There you go.
It's alright. Should be an entertaining read. Let's see. The key to surviving a Sharknado is to keep an eye out for inclement weather alerts. Sharknado watches and Sharknado warnings are a thing.
Oh.
You should also board up your windows and apparently have a chainsaw.
Well, yeah. Why wouldn't you have a chainsaw anyway? Got like 5.
Yeah. Just stashed in the back.
Yeah. You don't need to know what they're for.
No.
Yeah, I really do wish they would have included a minifigure in the horror one, Fear.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean the sci-fi ones. If you haven't, these little sci-fi minifigures, these are good. This is good stuff. There's a lot of really cool characters. I actually picked up a couple extra after the Galactic Loot Crate came out, and I got some good stuff. I got Spock, which that's not too bad. I think that was the first one I pulled, was Spock. The second one I pulled was actually a rare one, and it was the Mars Attacks Martian with helmet. Some assembly required. It's a little 2-piece plastic helmet. I don't have that one on the table with me because, well, he's green.
Might not show up too well.
Yeah. But I got him, and he's rare. And then the third one I pulled was Predator, which I'm pretty happy about that. For being a common one, it's one of the ones I wanted for sure, because I love Predator. Alright, so that's it for recently acquired swag, yes?
Yep.
Okay. So we'll take a quick break here, and we'll be back with our list for this episode.
Yeah.
Alright, we are back after that lovely commercial break with no commercials. Right?
Yet.
Yes. Oh, that would. Yeah, we will have that in the future. Commercials, that'd be nice.
We'll have some commercials.
Alright, but moving on to our Everybody Loves Lists segment.
Because everybody loves lists.
Yeah. I mean, it's hard as shit for me to come up with lists and rankings. It's a pain in the ass. But people like lists, so why not? This list is going to be our top 10 animated shows ever. Not currently running or anything like that. Nothing that fancy. Just top 10 animated shows all time. My handy show notes here. Start from honorable mention for me is Darkwing Duck and Venture Brothers, and you might say, well, damn, if that's what's your honorable mentions, then what perchance is in your top 10 list? Well, I'll tell you. Starting at number 10 is King of the Hill. I mean, it's one of those good Mike Judge cartoons that is dry and funny, and it works for me. And I can quote it all day, as I pretty much can with any show on this list. Number 9 for me is Angry Beavers. A good 90s. I think it ran into the early 2000s.
Probably.
Correct? Like a late 90s, early 2000s cartoon on Nickelodeon with two Beaver brothers, Norbert and Daggett. Number 8, South Park. I don't know, it might be shocking to hear that so low on the list, but as much as I love South Park, I love the next 7 even more. So sue me. Or don't. I'd rather you didn't.
Yeah, we can't afford it.
I'm broke, if you didn't know that already. Number 7 is Ed, Edd and Eddy. It's a stupid Cartoon Network cartoon, and don't ask me why it's this high up on the list. It just is, okay? I like the damn thing.
Because childhood.
Yeah, it makes me laugh. It tickles my funny spot. Yeah. Number 6 is The Simpsons. Honestly, just because, well, it's a classic. It's been around for fucking ever. And I've always enjoyed it. Mostly the earlier work. I can't say I've seen too much of the new episodes. So I'm a little rusty on what they've covered recently, but old episodes, really, really good stuff, and I do find myself rewatching them quite a bit, so it goes on the list. Number 5 is another Mike Judge cartoon, and we seem to model ourselves after them sometimes, it seems like. Beavis and Butthead. Yeah, another stupid, vulgar cartoon that we probably shouldn't have been watching at all.
Yeah.
It was probably one of those cartoons that I would sit around in my room like late at night and wait for it to come on and keep the volume low so as to not wake mother.
Yeah.
Because I didn't want the verbal abuse and the lecturing. But you sit in your room with the TV real quiet and yeah, that was one of those. Number 4 is a pretty recent cartoon, Bob's Burgers. Absolutely love Bob's Burgers. I love like every character on that show. I love the voice acting in it. H. John Benjamin is just... I mean, he doesn't exactly do voices. He just talks.
He is him in everything. It's just...
Whether it's Bob from Bob's Burgers, whether it's Archer.
Satan and Lucy Daughter of the Devil.
Yep.
Anything he's in. John Benjamin has a van where he obviously plays himself, but that's live action. But just great. Oh, Coach McGurk, home movies.
Home movies, can't forget home movies. But yeah, Bob's Burgers, number 4. I adore all the kids. Like, they're absolutely hilarious in their own different ways. Number 3, Batman the Animated Series. And honestly, it hurt to put Batman at number 3. It really did. especially after my lovely swag segment where I got to meet the man, for crying out loud. You'd think I'd put his show a little higher up, but it is what it is. Yeah, I was pained to do it. Yeah, I didn't want to, but I mean, Batman animated series is just, it is my childhood. You know, I loved watching Batman animated series. Kevin Conroy, Mark Hamill as the Joker. I mean, it was such good fun. Number 2, you want to talk about old and childhood. This is a big one. Number 2 is Looney Tunes. I mean, what can you say about Looney Tunes that hasn't already been said? It's classic. It's timeless. It's hilarious. Mel Blanc, Jesus Christ,
Genius.
A freaking genius. You want to talk about voice acting? I mean, damn.
Mm-hmm.
The man had voices for days. But the big enchilada on this list, which if you know us personally, you will not find this as a surprise, because if you're around me at all, you will hear me quote this show every day, and that is Futurama. I mean, geez. I'm always quoting Futurama, always, because why wouldn't I?
Everything about it's great.
It's the best animated show ever. Yeah.
Fair. It's out there.
I said it. All right, you sir, your top 10 animated shows. What tickles your fancy?
Yes, my top 10. For honorable mention,
yeah.
I also have Venture Brothers, because it is a fantastic show. And I love the shit out of it. Growing up watching Johnny Quest and seeing that, or
Yeah.
watching Johnny Quest, reading Hardy Boys, all that stuff.
All that good shit.
Taking all of that and throwing it into one just hodgepodge shit show and showing what it would be like in the actual world. Just fantastic, and introducing bureaucracy to the whole hero, villain, arching business is...
And Patrick Warburton.
Patrick Warburton.
Patrick Warburton. One of my favorite voices in all of TV, movies, anything. Just voices in general. Patrick Warburton. Way high up there.
Yes, fantastic show. My number 10 is Looney Tunes. Watched it all the time growing up. It's a staple. Fantastic. Number 9, Mission Hill. It's a show that I love. I used to watch all the time on Adult Swim. I need to get the whole series.
Complete series.
Yeah.
Gotta love those complete series DVDs. They are very valuable to me.
Yes. I don't feel that show gets enough love, but it was before my time in being that age group. So
Right.
there are plenty of people I know that do like it, and rightfully so, because it's wonderful. It's had a bunch of people in it. I think it had Brian Posehn, a few other comedians and actors from around then. I don't remember off the top of my head. Number 8, Animaniacs.
Another good one.
Yep, just zany, good fun. Introduced all the, other classics of that. Pinky and the Brain.
That's one of my personal favorites.
Mhm.
Pinky and the Brain.
Just all the characters from that. All the sketches were great, and so many jokes go over kids' heads.
Oh, oh yeah.
Like the Prince joke.
Prince. Yeah, I found Prince.
Yeah. No, I said fingerprints. No, I don't think so. Number 7 is Freakazoid. Because
Freakazoid.
oh,
Freakazoid.
freak out. Those 2 words, you'd be turned into a blue, lightning-haired maniac that zips around the internet at the speed of light if you enter a certain code on your computer. It's what company was that? It was Warner Brothers, wasn't it?
I'm pretty sure. Warner
wanna say.
Brothers.
Yeah.
Warner Brothers was on their shit
Oh yeah.
at that time.
Zany fun, great. Number 6, Invader Zim. The main character's voice, Zim, is the voice of Daggett from
Daggett.
the Angry Beavers.
Yep. Very funny dude.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds pretty similar in pretty much everything he does too, but it's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine. He's got a good, funny voice, so it works.
Yeah, and that show was written by Yonan Vasquez, who created Johnny the Homicidal Maniac and Squee.
Very interesting comics.
Fucked up comics.
Very interesting. You should check those out if you're a fan of Invader Zim,
Yes.
which you should be.
And also very dark humor.
Yes. Invader Zim, dark humor, comics. Check out Johnny the Homicidal Maniac and Squee. Yes, Squee.
Yes. Number 5 for me is Bob's Burgers. Great show, John Benjamin. Already been said.
Yeah.
Number 4, Batman the Animated Series. Again. Wonderful, and he's the goddamn Batman.
He is goddamn Batman.
3, DuckTales. I love this
Woo!
show. Love the movie. Love the video game. Love everything DuckTales.
Yes.
It can do no wrong.
It's very true.
It's fantastic.
Hope to get our hands on DuckTales 2 sometime in the near future
Yes.
on the NES.
And do a,
Ooh.
dare we say?
Dare we say a Let's Play?
Yeah.
That's a possibility. Once we have, what is it, like $120, $130 on eBay
Only.
for DuckTales 2. So you might be waiting a while for that, but rest assured, if we can get our hands on it, we'll do the damn thing.
Number 2 is Tom and Jerry. I don't know how many nights I spent just watching reruns of Tom and Jerry, or during the day when I wasn't at school or anything like that. Just, there's something, as the French say, a certain I don't know what, about watching a cartoon cat and a mouse beat the shit out of each other and pop back up like nothing happened.
Well, I mean, watching that in Looney Tunes is why we're so fucked up, right? That's why we're out killing people every night and dropping anvils on people's heads and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because that's like our normal routine.
Because we imitate cartoons because we are that impressionable.
Yeah. I mean, I know I did all that shit. I don't know about you guys.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe you were more sheltered than I was. My parents were very rebellious and just let me do whatever I want.
Right. And number 1, Futurama. Again, if you know,
Who's surprised?
If you know what's in real life, it's
It was inevitable.
it's the best show.
It was bound to happen. You should have known that going into this.
Yep. Just Matt Groening at the top of his game, at the peak.
Just the amount of
Everybody
talent.
associated, just all the jokes. There's so many in jokes. There's never been another series or anything that I've watched every single episode
So many times.
with commentary from the producer, the director, the actors, just everybody included. I've watched those multiple times with the commentary, and just them explaining the jokes and explaining certain things just makes it so much better.
Oh yeah. I mean, the talent, the amount of voice talent in that show is beyond ridiculous. I mean, first of all, you've got Billy West, who, let's see, what all does he do on the show? Fry, Zoidberg, Professor, Zap Brannigan, and like numerous other voices. He's also the voice of Doug, if you remember that cartoon from Nickelodeon.
Doug Funny.
Yep, Doug Funny. Yeah, that show. That was Billy West. He was Bugs Bunny in Space Jam, which is a great movie. Also doesn't get enough love. He was the Honey Nut Cheerios honeybee for a while, if I remember correctly.
Buzz the Honeybee.
Yep.
That's right.
Yep, that was him. You've heard his voice in commercials too.
Yep.
That's what voice acting is, and that's why it's awesome. And that's just Billy West. You got John DiMaggio, who's Bender on the show, and who plays Jake.
Yes.
Adventure Time. Yep, he's Jake in Adventure Time. He's also done the Joker in Batman Under the Red Hood. Did a pretty good job too, as far as it's no Hamill, but not bad. Not bad.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. And I think that's all the time we got for our list.
Yes.
Alright, now it's time for our very special review segment where we talk about a little something that we've purchased or watched or heard recently, anything we've spent money on that we feel is good enough for review. And this episode, we are going with a comic book that we already told you about in episode 1. It was on our most anticipated list for comics. And I've already mentioned it here today. Because, like I said, it's almost getting pathetic how many times I have to tell you people to read this book. Damn it.
What do you mean, you people?
You know what I mean, you people.
They're...
The people on the other side of that camera thingy.
You don't know what kind of you that could be offensive to. You don't know.
I really don't
Are you
care.
offended by you?
Are you offended by the term you people? What is it with you people?
What do you people mean, you people? What do you mean, you people?
The review is for God Hates Astronauts. Big surprise. But now that, we're, like I said, we're a little behind, you know, on the whole episode monthly process. But we talked about God Hates Astronauts in the first episode, so we thought it would be, you know, it would be good to just kind of bring it back. And now that it's out, it's actually on issue 3. Just came out, issue number 3. So we've got 3 issues out there for you to buy off of the interwebs or your local comic shop.
That's right. We don't have them for you to buy.
No, you can't. This shit's mine.
No, we bought it. You can't have it.
This shit here was my money. See, it's shut up and take my money, but it only works once. I can only give you that money once, and the store already took it. So you can't have it, and you can't have this. It was a long explanation for saying you can't have mine. Go get your own. Seriously, go get your own. They're all 3 really good.
They are. They're very good.
It's just as funny as I expected it to be. After reading Volume 1, the ongoing series has now started, and it is what I thought it would be. It's absurd and hilarious, and it gives me wood. All sorts of good kinds of wood.
Yeah, and confusing wood.
Some confusing wood. Yeah. Makes me feel things that I'm not sure are normal. Yeah. But Ryan Brown, seriously, writer and artist for this. He was the artist on Bedlam for a while, which is another great comic, and Manhattan Projects, which is interesting. I haven't read too much of it, but I enjoyed it well enough to read Volume 2, because I'm only getting that in trade paperback, no single issues for me, it's too far ahead.
Right.
But he's the artist on those. God Hates Astronauts, as we mentioned before, is just, it's his book, his effort, that started out as a webcomic, if I'm remembering correctly, and then came out from Image, came out in trade paperback form, and now they've decided to make it an ongoing series. Ongoing series is now on issue 3, so if you hurry, you might not fall too far behind. Yeah. Maybe. But I mean, this the book is just dominated by great humor and awesome references to old TV shows and such.
Mm-hmm.
Very actiony.
Yes.
And, you know, very funny. So, any thoughts for you? God Hates Astronauts. Have you been enjoying it so far?
I've been enjoying it immensely. It is just, it's zany, it's absurd is the best word to describe it.
Absurd is the word. Bird is no longer the word. It is now absurd.
Absurd. One of the main characters has the head of a ghost cow.
Yep, ghost cow head.
Yep. And there's a 3D cowboy ghost, a rhino with a beard.
Yeah.
That's...
Got tigers eating cheeseburgers.
Mm-hmm. That are kings.
Yes, King Tiger eating a cheeseburger.
Yep.
He is always eating a cheeseburger. It's not just a name.
It's true. He's a man of his word, not just title.
Yes, very much so.
But yeah, it's absolutely insane. I love it. Yeah, the words cannot describe it. Go check it out.
It is really hard to describe, but it once you read it, you get it. It's just good, kooky, wacky, insanity, fun.
There is some sort of storyline,
Some sort.
but
It's good enough to keep you interested, I guess.
yes. And there's crabs. It's chock full of crabs.
Yeah. Gotta get this thing checked out.
Yeah.
Crabs just overrun these issues.
Yeah, you might not want to hold it so close to your junk.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I don't want to get crabs.
Or your head.
Yeah.
Or your face.
You might just want to put gloves on.
Or your
and-
chest with all that scotch hair.
Yes.
Or your butt. Or your legs.
You're gonna scare people away from this book. They're gonna think they can't hold the book.
No, I'm just saying you can't hold a book.
I'm more than capable. But yes, so go pick out God Hates Astronauts. Read it, love it, or don't. I mean, I guess you could not love it, which that just makes you a dick. So I mean, if you're cool being a dick, then by all means don't love it. But if you're normal, if you're good people, you'll like God Hates Astronauts. All right, so now it is time for a very special segment.
It's true.
I'm a big fan of this segment. I hope we keep doing this.
And I hope you love it as much as we do.
We are going to move into our ode to the most moving musical artist of all time.
That's right. The most influential song speaker.
Yes. When the man speaks, you just listen and you enjoy it. This is our ode to Shatner.
That's right.
And in this episode's ode to Shatner, we will be reciting AC/DC's Big Balls. Well, I'm upper class high society. God's gift to ballroom notoriety. And I always fill my ballroom. The event is never small.
Never.
The social pages say I've got the biggest balls of all. I've got big balls. I've got big balls. They're such big balls. And they're dirty big balls. And he's got big balls. She's got big balls. But we've got the biggest balls of them all. Word.
To your mother. Or father, your choice. Don't mean to be sexist.
Yeah, if you get down like that, why not?
Yeah. Whoever you word to.
All right. Well, folks, that's gonna do it for us in this episode 2.
That is gonna do it for dear.
Yes, that is gonna do it for the 2. Before we go, we're gonna give a quick shout out to a couple of our favorite shops. Obviously, if you haven't noticed yet, I am repping the Co-op Records T-shirt. This is the old shirt. They now have another shirt that you can go pick up for $10, I believe it is. So go support your local comic shops, I will tell you that much, and your game shops, like ours here in the Peoria area. We just got a Mega Replay, which you've seen the other Coast to Coast vids, you know all about.
If you've seen the Nerd Latins update
Yep.
videos, then you've
Yep.
seen the growing pissing contest between Zach and Nick.
Can't help it. They keep acquiring things that I need and just happen to have just enough money for at the time. But Mega Replay, Co-op Records, and Loot Crate.
The fine folks at Loot Crate
Loot Crate, you guys are awesome.
for
Keep
providing their things.
doing it. I mean, some months are better than others, but hey, you can't win with everybody all the
Yeah.
time, right? I've at least mildly enjoyed every single one. I'll tell you, the Galactic was a big hit for me. I enjoyed that one a lot, but
Oh yeah.
a lot of really fun, nerdy stuff in all their crates. A lot of different kinds of interests. I mean, all sorts of things: cartoons, games, movies, anime, all sorts of fun, nerdy stuff.
Yeah. I haven't enjoyed everything and everyone, but I have enjoyed everyone in some way.
Yeah.
So keep getting the feedback and do what you guys are doing.
Yeah, keep picking that good stuff. Us nerds will keep buying it.
Mm-hmm.
And as long as you find folks at Loot Crate and Co-op Records and Mega Replay and all the stores like it, as long as you keep coming up with cool stuff, shut up and take my money. Bitches.
off!